Good morning, awesome coaches worldwide. So wherever you're watching this, drop it below. Are you seeing this on Facebook, in my group, on YouTube, Instagram? Drop it. What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to show you, because one of the members in my paid group for programs that she has bought at yourhealthcoachbiz.com made a comment and said, how the heck do you make a 3D image? Because I'm making new covers in Canva. So I am going to show exactly how simple this is. And I'm also going to give you a few options right now if you don't want to make them in Canva because it just feels too overwhelming. Number one, I have many coaches who go to Fiverr.com, Fiverr. You can find anybody, put in 3D cover or even collage, and they will make it for you. Most often, the gigs, as they call it on Fiverr, are $5. So it's worth having somebody make it for $5 if you're going to spend an hour on it. Always think in your health and business, health and wellness biz, what is your time equity worth? And if you feel frustrated doing a task, then it's probably good to outsource it. So let me just share my screen so you can see my template. I started on. Let me just make sure that you're seeing it. Okay, perfect. So a lot of you guys see just like this. Now, we do make this in Photoshop. You can work, of course, with somebody in Photoshop. I would say usually a higher level virtual assistant is good at Photoshop. The great thing and the beautiful thing about Canva is that they really have provided so many simple tools to be able to do this. Now, as you see right here, I need to just size this a little different. Actually, I think this one was a little bigger. I like to always, when it comes to design, just have some different elements because that's where the eye goes. So I'll make this one a little smaller, this one a little bigger. Let's just, of course, add a new page so you can see from scratch. Now, how did I find this? What you're going to go to is the elements. You do not need the pro version of Canva. I do highly suggest it. It's $12.95 a month, and it is directly connected to a lot of amazing and gorgeous stock images. But if you're not going to use it, don't do it, because saving money is, really important when you are building a business. So I went to the element section. I tapped on, I'm just going to show you again. I tapped on the frames. And now we're looking at all the different frames that are on Canva. So I'm going to right now build out another one. This is very similar to the Apple computer that you saw. I would have this. I'm going to go more for what I call like the phone look or the iPad. If I wanted to, of course, have that in black, I could. And that is more the phone element. Of course, if you're a stickler for look and you're like, but that's got white. All good. Find the one that has black. So this one has a gray element. Let me see if I can change that. Yeah. See, guys, the beautiful thing is when we stress less and when we also create strategies for reducing our stress in our business, that's when we're able to really create amazing content. Test the content that we're putting out, test it with different looks, different images, so that you actually see what your ideal client likes. And also for you to feel really good about the presentation of your imagery, because most often that equates or, that equals the confidence that we have to actually move forward. So let me just create one more. Oh, let me just add a page. And you will see right here. This one is a book. It's a 3D book. And if I were to go, bear with me. I just want to see if there's one more element that I can show you that just makes it really cool. If we were to do this, take this book down, you can have position this, watch, just go forward, click forward. That book could be right here. And if you wanted, of course, you can still have a little element if you want right here. As you see it, I can be a little of a perfectionist, but let's just put it here for right now. So now what do you do? So we have all that placed. What I like to do is keep it extremely organized in Canva, because when you start making a lot of covers and you start having a lot of images, or maybe you have our programs that have templates, it can be overwhelming to come into your own Canva. I will show you in a second what mine looks like. So what I like to do is to say, this is my collage, 3D covers and collages. And I most often will put a date to just help me be able to find that with ease and to know that's the original template. When I start actually making it for a specific program, and I'll show you how to do that just in a second, so then in 10 minutes after this video, you are 1, empowered. 2, you know how to use Canva. 3, you're able to make very simple images like this in a collage form. And most importantly, you're able to create a rinse and repeat template that you or your virtual assistant can use over and over. So now how do we do this? How do we make it look like that? Now, I don't have those exact covers right here, but I will show you some of the covers that I have. So this is our 12-month hormone. And of course, I would take a little better snapshots. And of course, we would figure out a little more. But all of a sudden, I could have exactly what looks, as you saw, just like the collage that is on my sales page. Now, of course, this, you can take a screenshot. Many of you can take a screenshot of the whole screen. So put the PowerPoint up, even the cover. You can take a screenshot, and we will talk about that in another video, because everyone has different platforms. So right here, let me go down to some of the covers maybe that I have. And if I can't find a cover, here we go. Here's another cover. So that's one. It's not going to work right there, but you will see this one could either be the cover of the PowerPoint, or maybe it's the cover of the course, or I'm going to show you another option. Maybe it's just something really beautiful that goes with it. It's just about making it so eye-appealing that people stop. That's the whole point of collages, is they spark the attention of somebody. Maybe it's this. I mean, again, you see that the possibilities are endless. And if you have another cover, let's just say right here, even though it doesn't go with it, that in theory would be another collage. And then you can continue through the same. If, of course, you wanted to just make this 3D alone, you can copy, add a new page. Did you see? Paste. And then all of a sudden, right here, you have this book. That is a very simple technique. It's a very simple option. If you want it on a clean white background, that is the easiest to do. And then, of course, you'll have your choices. You do want a PNG. That is the highest. Some people love even making a little video. And you see these videos most often on Insta stories, Instagram, Facebook ads, because it just creates this little cute video of this. But most importantly, you want to nail down the basics of being able to do this collage before you get into what I call the fancy and fun creative techniques that you can learn in Canva or really any different platform. Let me, before we go, just show you visually my e-cover maker. I had this for many years. And I don't pay for it anymore simply because I wasn't using it. But for those of you who are do-it-yourselfs, and I get it because I am like that as well, they do have a lot of templates and stuff of that nature. You will see that you can make 6 basic trial covers for free, and it's $14.91 if you, of course, go with the yearly with $22.95 per month. Let me just see if I'm able to get in here. And you will just see from my business, and also this was really simple for me to use with virtual assistants because, as I said, a lot of virtual assistants don't have the design capabilities to do this kind of work. And that's really important for each one of you to ask very specific questions when you are working with somebody to help you. What is your skill set? Can you define each platform that you work on? Number 2, what are your design abilities? Can you send me a Loom video or a Google Drive with some of your past work so that I can see it and see if that were a really good fit for this one project, or if you're much better in organizing my documents, uploading them to Dropbox, putting my personal brand on, and the covers, and covers that were possibly either made by us or templates that you have from us or templates that you've made. You will see here, there's a variety of different things that we have done. This was a beauty one, one of our anti-aging detoxes. You can see that team members had made this. This is a book that I actually have. This was a detox guide that you can see. I kept the same cover, and I put my name. And we did that simply with just putting an overlay on Word document. I just show you these examples because I know many of us, when we become coaches, hear a ton of branding. Make sure you have brand identity. Make sure people know it's yours. And so I never, ever tell somebody and deny them their vision if they want to spend time on covers. What I do say is to time yourself, either to get an egg timer clock like you would have next to the oven. This was something that I learned in a mastermind of very successful women in the beginning stages of my business. I would say when I started to grow, which was at about, that 3-year plus mark, is that as business owners, we have to learn how to self-modulate. And so I showed you how easy it is in Canva. The second part of that is to be a really smart business owner. Make a spreadsheet or take a notebook and write down on a notebook how long it takes you to make a cover. How long does it take you to edit your documents? How long does it take you to put them in PDF form? How long does it take you to create a collage? And so you actually have your time equity chart mapped out. And this is extremely important to be able to keep to deadlines. This is extremely important when it comes to being able to plan accordingly on how long things are going to take you so you can avoid any rush. So please, I don't want you to take away from your brand, the colors, brand identity. I just want each one of you to be really smart about your time, since many of you are 9-to-5ers. Many of you are wearing many different hats in your home at this current time. And you always do, especially if you're a mom. And not only are you taking care of kids, you're taking care of self, you're taking care of your home. If you have an autoimmune, it's really important to not get into the stress zone, to elevate your cortisol levels, your adrenaline, and then to possibly put yourself into a flare. So please, when you're looking at editing documents and thinking about really simple ways, always time yourself. And I would highly suggest doing this once a month, being able to have a template time and then saying, okay, I know I can sit in perfection for an hour creating a Canva collage. Would it be better for me to limit myself at 15 minutes or outsource this on Fiverr for $5 and spend more time showing behind the scenes of what your life is like, showing behind the scenes of the program, doing little videos on the recipes or doing little videos on the really cool things that you have in the programs? Most often the answer is yes. It's better to spend more time building that like, know, and trust factor, building authority so that you can actually convert your client versus spending a lot of time in Canva or on platforms, or even for some of you, it's tech, that it's going to take some more practice than others. And so it's really imperative to be honest with yourself on your time so that you don't get frustrated. And then most importantly, that you don't have anyone sign up for your course, your free workshop, your paid offer, because you haven't spent the necessary time actually getting people on the phone, showcasing how different you are, how unique you are, your hero journey in your health and wellness business, your hero journey in your health, so that people actually identify with you and get to know you. If you have any questions, guys, I'm just going to give you a quick call to action. You will see that there is a 5-day healthy habit challenge that I put in the description. If you don't see it for any reason, I highly encourage you to go over to rachelafeldman.com/free tools. There is a healthy habit challenge with training videos on how to edit the cover. There's a cover template. There is so much free training in that one template that I really encourage you to go and spend some time just getting comfortable. But most importantly, figure out your plan. Don't waste time. Keep it simple. Otherwise, you're going to end up quitting or feeling frustrated like so many other coaches. And our job at yourhealthcoachbiz.com and my job is to show you how I built Rachel's Wellness, how I was able to stay in brand, keep it simple, and create a very duplicatable process. Canva wasn't around when I started. There weren't many platforms. There was PicMonkey and a few others, but that is why I'm so grateful for that time, because it forced me to spend time in the areas that I truly needed to, which again, to recap, is getting to know your ideal client, doing that market research, understanding what your ideal client truly needs, What are their problems? What are the mini solutions that you can provide in videos, free offers in your group so that you create a succinct business based on what your ideal client needs, and most importantly, always teaching on what I call your signature pillars. And that is what truly separates you from other people. It's your signature pillars. It's the areas that you feel are missing in the industry. It's the missing piece of the puzzle. It's the parts of your business that you want to scream and say, man, if anybody really understood toxins, there wouldn't be as much gut issues. Or, man, if everyone really understood the power of probiotics and gut health, there wouldn't be autoimmune disease raging. It's the ability to say, if I could go back in time, what are the things that I wish I would have known? And developing those videos around that, developing blog posts around that, developing interviews and talks around that. So people start saying, wow, that person is always dropping the truth bomb. It's been a pleasure to be with you guys. Have an amazing, amazing day. We're filming this on Friday. And so I really encourage you to take some time today, just 1 hour, and then schedule your social media on the weekends so that you can take time to breathe, time for self, time to recharge, because we're only able to be creative when we have some downtime. Have a beautiful one. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.